Welcome to Chicken Yard Sports, the Monday Night Football edition. Bears versus Steelers, or should I say the Chicago Bears versus the NFL ref Pittsburgh Steelers, as it was a very questionably called game all night long, and the Bears were basically on the losing end of everything, and they fell 29-27. Take her away, girl.
Yeah, this was a hilarious game. If you were watching the first half, it looked like the Steelers were just going to ram the ball down Chicago's throat all night long. And even after the first touchdown, I texted you and was like, this game's over.
Yeah, literally. It's like 3 minutes into the game and you're like, all right, I can turn the TV off. You on a pod now? And I'm just like, bro, it's 3 minutes into the game. Let's pump the brakes there a little bit, huh?
Yeah, and then immediately after that conversation, Justin Fields throws an interception to one of the linemen, which was just hilarious. And his reaction was even better because he had like a 5-second delay before he realized what happened because it was just so ridiculous. And then the Steelers ended up going 21-0 or 21-3 before halftime. And then both offenses just completely fell apart and nobody could do anything. I mean, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, you kind of broke up there, but I'll kind of take it away. Yeah, I mean, the first half was like one of the most boring fucking halves of football I've seen in recent memory. It was just like no one could move the ball on offense. The defense wasn't even playing great. It was just like Roethlisberger versus Fields was like a fucking joke. Like neither of them were competent quarterbacks in the first half. And then second half rolls around, or not even the second half, fourth quarter rolls around, and Chicago puts up 21 points in the fourth quarter and is just like absolutely electric. Fields decides that he's like an MVP caliber quarterback, like out of nowhere, and is just like laying dimes, moving the Bears at ease. And it's like, I guess, I mean, that's what the Bears are hoping to see. They lost the game, but they're like, holy shit, like the potential of Fields is there. And it showed in like the fourth quarter. I mean, he was just fucking electric, pass after pass, just like right on the money. And they weren't just like dump off passes either. He was throwing it on a dime, 35 yards down the field on a rope. It was an impressive fourth quarter, but
dude, he seriously threw the ball like 70 fucking yards through the air at one point. And Darnell Mooney, it was like just out of reach, like at his fingertips. But if he had completed that, it would have been like the most absurd pass ever. It would have been total gangbusters. Like people would have lost their shit. It was one of the most beautiful passes I've ever seen. But yeah, it was hilarious. So it was like into the fourth quarter, all of a sudden the Steelers muff a punt and the Bears bring it back for a touchdown, and then it just starts going all Bears, except for, of course, until they get to the Cassius Marsh taunting penalty, which as bad as that was, I feel like the ref even was just like, you know what, Cassius Marsh is just a douchebag. I'm gonna flag him right now. Because that guy, I mean,
that's literally the only plausible explanation for what happened, because like it's just such a joke that, of course, the NFL has to like mar a sick game with like more reffing controversy. It's like, all right.
Oh, it's classic.
It is so fucking classic that there's a sick fourth quarter and like the refs feel the need to like be in the spotlight. Like, is that it? Because they're just making like unreasonable, like unnecessary calls. Like, put the fucking flags away and let him play. You're calling a taunting penalty when you're not even sure if he actually was taunting the punter. The only explanation is what he thought he was taunting the punter. And it's just like, dude, don't throw a flag unless it's like a sure thing.
Marsh is also just
a douche.
Yeah, he's a douche. So like when I saw that, I was like, this couldn't have happened to a worse guy either, in the sense that like now this guy gets to talk about shit for a week and people are going to listen to what he says. And it's like, guy's only famous because he rode the bench in New England and then bitched about how unfun it is to play in New England. And like my take on that is just like, yeah, sorry, it's the NFL and they win more games than anybody. Like, God forbid your job is actually hard when you make millions of dollars a year, you know? But
yeah, thoughts and prayers.
Yeah, thoughts and prayers to Cassius Marsh for cashing probably like $5 or $6 million for riding the bench for 6 years or whatever it was.
Yeah, it's like, dude, not me. I want to do that. Not a chance, dude. I'm I would want to have fun and make less money and get killed.
Yeah, it's like, well, we could trade you to the Lions if you want, but
Yeah, which is like not even a joke because that's a Bill Belichick move. He's like, oh yeah, you're gonna bitch? Well, have fun in Detroit, motherfucker.
he was just like, God damn, you waited till you left to say that. Like, I would have killed.
Dude, he's gonna give up the farm
to.
that,
I mean, the Justin Fields.
He's gonna give up. Bill Belichick's gonna trade the farm to Chicago just to get Cassius back, just to trade him to Detroit, just to be like, fuck you, dude.
Jimmy Graham fucked them over early too because he like dropped a would-be touchdown. It was like in his fucking hands, and he just got out-muscled by the DB. But overall, I mean, for Chicago, for as bad a start as that game was, I also think like if the Steelers were competent at all, like they would have put that game away by 3 touchdowns.
They should have, but they're not competent. Like Pittsburgh is not a competent franchise right now. Like they got competent. Crazy. They're competent across the board except for quarterback. They got competent coaching. Like Tomlin, he's never had a losing season. The worst he's ever finished is 8-8. And I mean, they got good wide receivers. Their offensive line sucks. But then, I mean, TJ Watt was an animal tonight.
Oh, yeah. He absolutely was.
Dude,
and Najee.
And Najee
carries that fucking team.
Yeah, he does. But he also, like, he averaged 2.8 yards a carry tonight. Like, I don't know.
But without him, they definitely wouldn't have.
No, I agree. Like, he's a good player dealing with what he has to deal with. But, dude, also the Bears hitting the crossbar as time expired, 65-yarder. Wild.
It's so fucked up. Like, we can't have nice things. That would have been the ultimate dunk on the Steelers.
Oh, dude, it would have been so funny. Oh, God bless it. But I think with that and the shitty internet that we're dealing with right now, we should probably call it. Again, this is Yak Blenderland. That is Earl Blaster. A little Monday night recap. Please like and subscribe and check out some other of our videos. Watch us recap some more games. There'll be more in the future. Thursday night football's coming up. I have no idea who's playing, but I'm sure it's going to be a Thursday night football game. So, we'll see you soon. Talk to you later.